Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Delta 57's podcast, Harold, episode 2. Tonight, I am joined by Ghost, Limbo, Aries, Mossy, Carnage, and Vickers. How are you all doing tonight, gents?
Uh,
Fucking beautiful.
Always beautiful.
Right,
Thank you.
so tonight on the agenda is we are going to be discussing how we actually came to name our podcast Harold. And we are also going to be going over some bits regarding our next event, which is the BattleSim at Combat Airsoft. Is there anything else anyone would like to add that we are discussing tonight?
no. Remastered Die Rise.
Did you say die rise?
Mind your own damn business.
Oh fuck, you're gonna have to edit that bit out. Fuck's sake,
Fucking hell.
it's going so well.
Carry on.
Right, so how did we actually come up with the name for the podcast, boys? Because I still don't have a clue how we did it.
Alright. Just like in the first episode, alright, of how I named the team. My creative genius kicked in once again. Fucking perfectly. Right. So we're sitting there, Discord call. And on Discord call. Discord message. You get we were fucking messaging each other, right? Fucking messaging. Words, text, as is. Fucking smoke signals if you want to get fancy. Right. I was like, at Limbo. From Ghost. We've got this podcast, but we need a name for it. So what are we going to do? I did something whimsical. Are you ready for this? What I did is I did the usual shit that happens, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was what we called it. That was Harold. And here we are, Harold episode 2.
Splendid.
Facts.
The autistic
2
cousin.
episodes down the line, and we're already gonna get shadow banned on YouTube for our political views.
Skill issue, if you ask me.
I'm more concerned what Khan's doing in the background, bro.
It's causing a bit of carnage. You know what I did there? Because I'm hilarious. Oh,
All right, boys, we are now going to move over to about the recent battle sim we are going to be attending on the 26th. So, what are your lots of opinions on this battle sim? Are you looking forward to it?
Yes.
shit.
Not attending.
I'm just going for the blood.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
broke a nail.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how
That's
BattleSim's
really
gonna go.
interesting.
I think we might win it.
I reckon. Well,
Not-
I know
not too married horn now or nothing, but-
To be honest, though, the last 2 times Red 4 have won, but last time there, Silly Gilly and Clan Man were there as well, so they had a bit of a thing coming out of the Red 4 HQ, which is the police station. Silly Gilly and Cam Man were camped just a bit further back by the buses, which I think was a good move on their part because they've literally got control of Whiskey and they've got a line of sight upwards as well. So they can take out anyone who's coming down,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty smart. But obviously, it just
That's what
depends
they
how we're going to
allegedly
play
did. We're not going to copy that.
That's what they allegedly did. We're not.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
I think I've been told by a few people that attended the last one that Village is a very popular area. It's a great place to get quite a few kills. It's very contested. I think that's going to be the biggest area of issue and Green Zone. Whiskey's not really an issue for us because Whiskey's very close to spawn, so it's always easy to reinforce. And it
Yeah.
also depends on what tasks they're running as well, because there's 3 other tasks. There's eliminate the enemy's HVT, which is obviously finding their high value target. He could be anywhere around the map and you have to eliminate him. There's also covert meetups with enemy informants and you have to capture information. And then there's obviously holding the 3 main points for a half an hour to get a capture point as well.
Have you got to hold all 3?
You don't have to hold all 3, it's just how long you can hold each one of them for and
Alright.
objectives. What
Oh,
do you
God.
guys think about the medic rule that they've implied and the ammunition rule as well? How do we find that?
I don't think that's that bad. I think that's quite a high tolerance, to be honest, to have that many mags. So we'll allowed eight.
I reckon
what,
it
eight
doesn't
mid-caps.
matter. 'Cause
Yeah, but
most
is it
people run
restricted to
BTF
250
mags.
rounds? Can you run 8 EPMs if you wanted to?
You can run 8 EPMs, but you can't run. So you can either have 8 mid-cap magazines and 3 pistol mags and 4 grenades, or you can have 2 high caps and 3 pistol mags and 4 grenades
Okay.
at one time. They also
See, I think
run
that's quite high,
these.
to be honest.
How
It
many are
is
you all running?
fairly
Yeah.
hot. I think I'm running a total of 5 primary mags and 2 pistol mags, and
Okay.
I'm getting
It's got
nades
two of
as
my
well.
lovely mags with all the writing on it.
Exactly. Why would I not want that?
Slip me in, daddy.
I also think it's quite clever how they've done the ammunition rules as well, because it actually takes realism into it, because you've got to think about going back and resupplying before you come out, if you come out of a firefight as well, and ammunition conservation as well. It's
Yeah,
quite
it can
key.
be a lot worse. Like, I went to a
It's like
Sterling event.
Tottenham. You're only was it? You're allowed, I think, was it 120 rounds or something like that? I can't
Yeah, I
remember
went
now.
to Sterling and that was only like 600 for like rifle and rifle and secondary. It's like nuts.
It is fun, but it's sort of like you
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 find
run out
yourself
too
reloading
quick.
more than you're shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like the idea of how the Americans do it over at Milton West. It sounds really weird, but their leadership designate ammunition off to you, so you don't actually have to buy ammo. It's distributed to you, and
Yeah, that
you
makes
can
sense.
also, so every player has a bottle of BBs, but when you kill said player, if they consent to a search, you can then steal their BBs off them.
Yeah, and like speed loadings and whatnot. Quite smart.
You can't take speed loaders and you can't take grenades, but you can
So you
take
just
radio
yeah.
frequencies, any notes they may have, and you can just take the loose ammo that they've got in their bottles.
That's taking the realism
Yeah.
into it, innit? So you would take a radio if they had one. You'd take them ammunition if you needed it.
Yeah,
No, personally,
exactly.
I take their wives, but that's just me.
Your wife.
I steal your wife,
Just nick
very
the car
nice.
keys. Just nick the car keys out the pocket.
It's joyride.
Oh,
Oh dear.
fucking hell, lad.
Lesbians.
So, we are going to have to give an F in chat because our lovely main man here, Vickers, decided to buy an MWS. The last game we had it,
Oh, fucking
used
hell.
it for about 30 minutes, and then it broke. RIP MWS. He has now decided to join the dark side and become a HPA man because HPA is superior.
Fucking
Okay.
too right, mate. HPA
So,
is just consistent. It makes sense. If you're buying an
keep
MWS,
on
make sure
the-
you buy it brand new. Yeah, don't buy second hand, please.
keeping on topic with BattleSims and bits like that. So, I know all of us here love a bit of pyro, so we'll go through what types of pyro we'd actually recommend to people if they're going to go airsoft, because I think
All
that's
of it.
always a good start. Yeah, I'd say, but there are certain products which you should go for and which you should avoid. Pyro wise, I would never cheap out on pyro. Don't get unbranded pyro because it's
Oh,
not
this is a
safe.
quick one. Black cat smoke grenades. Stay well away. They burn really hot and they do start quite a lot of fires.
That sounds like a skill issue. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the same with the mill smoke though. I'm not gonna lie, because I get ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
Well, my brother threw one of those smoke grenades, the ones you usually buy up at combat, and it managed to set a pond on fire. So
What,
that's a
the
skill issue,
Enola
mate.
Gaze WP40s? That
I
was what
think
it
that
was.
was it.
Yeah.
How dry was it though?
Yeah,
mate?
he managed.
Yeah, but you have to remember that was near a farm, and that was a runoff of like fuel and fertilizer, so it was quite
Yeah, except it landed in a pond, and it set fire to the water.
Yes, because there was petrol in the water. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I want some of them grenades that Constantine's got with like holy water.
Oh, to be fair, I have just gone and got
Smoke
myself a
on.
new grenade. I've just gone and bought myself a TLD three bang. Any of you know what I'm on about?
I don't know.
Yeah,
These.
random one.
Yeah, US training ones. It's a three bang, so it's a boom, boom, boom. Fucking can't wait, mate.
I personally, pyro-wise, I'd stick to the cardboard and disposables if you're just getting into airsoft. It's a lot more fun rather than buying yourself, say, a Quake A or a Dynatex right away because you don't know if you're actually going to like it.
Yeah, but the Quakes don't go off.
On Woodlands, it's pointless because
Yeah.
it just never goes off.
Like I've had my Quake for however long. It's recently gone to Aries, so enjoy that one. It hardly went off, to be honest with you, because you've got to throw it so hard for it to go off. It's just
It's better for more
good
like
time.
literally bombing it straight at the floor around the corner to clear that corner rather than rolling it. I would say if you're going to get pyro on site, I'd go for either a Nola Gay or Flashbang Smoke. They would probably be my two go-to companies, or Tag and Pro if you have the money. I think Tag and Pro have a good reputation for what they do because they make extremely good pyro. It's just not budget friendly.
Yeah, I mean, like the Enola Gay EG67 ball grenades are probably some of the best, along with like the Mark IV flashes.
Yeah, I'd say they're
stick
they're
with
quite
them.
fun to use.
And they're cheap as well, so like you throw them and you're not going to be like, right, that's like 20 quid down the drain.
Well, I priced it up for a box of tags. It's like £10 per grenade. Do you
Yeah,
really want to be throwing?
smart enough.
Or like if you're gonna buy a mil, or if you're gonna get mil smokes, for instance, they work out around about £30 a piece.
Grenades.
You're spending £30 for 2 minutes of fun, and that's it.
Yeah, and not even, I don't really know many die-hard milsomers that actually use milspecs, to be honest with you. I really don't.
I tell you what, I would like to try and get a hold of for milsim events would be the Enola Gay Mil X smokes, the really big ones which are about this big.
Just get some
But-
EG18Xs, they're smart.
Yeah, they're smart, but they're easy to get. But the only issue is with the Mil X smokes, you have to have a valid reason for buying, so either
Yeah.
wholesale or milsim,
Yeah.
which I think is okay, but it just depends how much a box is going to cost you.
Mm-hmm.
Mortar rounds, mortars as well. Come on for mortars. I would say that if you're getting into airsoft and you're just starting, I wouldn't invest in a mortar because at the end of the day, you won't use it as much as you think you will if you're in a fairly wooded site.
And they're hard
If you're
to aim,
poor.
and you hit trees too, and then you
Yeah.
waste around.
Like me,
It's the same with tag rounds as well. They are extremely hard to aim. You literally have to get the plastic pecker rounds to practice before you
Practice,
actually
yeah.
use them. And at the end of the day, they're still quite expensive as well. And sometimes they don't go off either. They just
Well,
sit
like
there
the
and lie
shell for the tagging, mate, you're looking at what, 80, 90 pounds just for the tagging, then you've got to get the fifth filler. So it's like
to be honest,
another 80.
you don't have to buy fist filler. You can buy regular CO2 nozzle fillers, but it's
Yeah.
just what you want to spend your money on.
I don't need a mortar. I've got the Furlan one. Dickhead.
I keep doing it. Fucking hell. This is so hard. Jesus. Limbo, you don't have the throwing arms of a mortar. You have the throwing arm of a child.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a dad to teach me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not gonna lie, the grenade that I did last time we were up at compound, and I yeeted it over that wall and to the other side near the bus.
Yeah, I saw that. I was right behind you.
I was so upset because there was guys so close to it as well.
Yeah, I know, and the rest out no kill, and then your face drops, and I was just like, fuck.
Oh, right, guys, we're gonna have a controversial opinion time. So, as you are aware, blind firing is not allowed. What are your opinions on people that do blind fire? Because we've obviously all experienced it at some point or another.
there's a word that's a swear. Well, it's not a swear word. A clint, basically a moron. But I call him Clint.
I'll do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of a way to phrase it. Mm,
They need
It's a
to be
bit
breathing
difficult for me
CO2.
to blind
I
fire.
mean, If they're at the end of my muzzle, they have to be put together like a puzzle, so it doesn't really matter to me.
See, I would stream the clip across, but last time we were there, we had an issue with blind firing,
Oh,
and
we did.
he the guy who said it. So imagine the corners here. This guy's come round the corner and his pistol's come round the corner first. He's let off 2 shots at someone who's out of my line of sight. I don't know if he actually blind-fired him or not. He might have been able to see him. Then he sort of swung his pistol further around, shot the guy behind me. I then shot him. I watched the BB zoom forward, smack him in the arm, and him still proceed to shoot me. Whether that is just him not feeling it, I don't know. But as I say, if a marshal doesn't see it, then they're pretty helpless. Like the marshal that was there wasn't able to do anything. But supposedly this guy was ex-forces, so that's
Yeah, but I don't
definitely
even
how
think
you
that's
get
how
ruined.
ex-forces are trained to enter a room, because then you expose yourself.
You're
and
trying to enter with
piss
your
goes
pistol down. You don't even enter with your pistol. You enter with your main. You only use your pistol if you have a stoppage or a malfunction with your weapon.
Well, you're meant to enter the room with like your whole body facing out as you step into that door. Because if you put your pistol around the there, you're gonna come and fucking brush you up.
Mm.
I could be wrong. Like, go for it, yeah. But I think the most
Yeah, we
logical
could all be wrong.
Oh God!
I don't know, I was just been watching some sport.
I'm dead.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Oh God! It was just a water bottle.
Yeah.
He folded his neck up. Oh.
I didn't even see it, to be honest. I completely zoned out.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that saw that.
You got any more subjects?
Look, I'm crying.
I've not got anything else to cover unless anyone else wants to cover anything while we're here.
No, wait, what happened to like that 3-word list that I made?
Space for cheers. Well,
I'll shit on you. Be careful.
okay, someone, have we
Don't
still got the forward?
Don't
I've just had
choke me on
I
my
just had a
map.
message about an ad for a scope that I put up like I'm not even joking, longer than a year ago. The post is older than a year old and he's gone, is the scope still available?
Oh, don't! I got that. I posted up a USW I had literally 8 months ago, and I just had someone go, "Yeah, would you trade for a non-blowback Mark 23?" I was like, "No, mate." I was like, "Why would I have something from 8 months ago, you twat? This just doesn't make sense."
It just I just don't understand it. Like it's like with Facebook when you go to Marketplace, people message you. It's like no, that has been on Facebook for ages. But yeah, no, I'll just yeah. That one. But no, do you know where we're starting? I didn't look at the map. Where are we starting on the map?
We are starting at where prison camp is.
We.
That's now changed. It's now called police station. That's where we start. So we've got a line straight down from bus all the way to whiskey. So that's probably going to be. I would say I'd like to capture whiskey first, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I think there's another area I'd prefer to go to first and have a look how it is up there.
There's an area I want to go to, and I think it's probably closer to them than it is to us. So, yeah.
I think you might be thinking about the same area that I'm thinking about.
I'll be letting them
Yeah.
see this out there. I'll keep them into the game day.
There's a few places, it's a little nooks and crannies as well. I know in my head that I'm thinking, yeah, that'd be alright.
Cranny.
Well, with the dark camo as well, sort of plays to our advantage as well in the woodland.
Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking that. You think like MT, obviously ATACs themselves, but you think like ATAC compared to MTP, you're going to stand out like a fucking store farm.
Mm. So we should be good. We should be good for the spot stuff for a while.
Although I'm going to be very tired after doing a 12-hour shift.
Mossy, have you got a question?
Yes. Does BattleSim have the whole entire map of the combat airsoft or not?
It's a combination. I'll send it through again later, but it's a
Okay, that's good.
combination of
I'll be dealing with
fire-based whiskey and prison camp. Then it covers all the way down to green zone and the bottom of green zone, and it covers from green zone to village. So it's like the closer to the A47.
A11.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's more to that side. It's not like the other side, which is like Ardennes and bits like that. It's just that side
Yeah.
and village, of course, but village sort of connects on to green zone as well and fuel dump.
Does everyone have like roles or whatever, or is it just like random? So
So
then be like, yeah,
we are gonna break it down when I know how many people are actually coming. I'm then gonna speak to Limbo, and then we are gonna just we need to know who's coming, what weapon system they're bringing, and what their idea is sort of in the day, and then I'm gonna build up the fire team basis off that, and then we're gonna sort it out like that. So we'll be working as one big group as total, but then as soon as we start taking contact or fire, then we'll break down into our two separate teams. So we'll go Charlie and Delta, and then we'll break down, and then sort of
yeah, that
situation
sounds
from
good.
there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll be
Would that be more?
QBOs.
Sorry, you go.
So most of it will be QBOs, and bits like that. But other than that, there's not really too much plan that we can put in, because
No.
whenever you first get contacted, the plan always goes to shit.
So will the details be more closer to the time about some?
Yeah, more close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be closer to the time than when I've sorted out all the bits. But it'll go up in a separate chat that Limbo's gonna make tonight for BattleSims and MilSims.
Oh, I already made that. I just couldn't move it. I need to do that now, actually. I made them on my phone.
Is there anything else anyone wants to ask or add?
I had a question, but I don't think it was relevant. But I can't remember what it is, so it doesn't matter.
Was it to do with the BattleSim?
No, it was completely something. It was something completely unrelated. I just can't remember.
Oh yeah, we'll miss that question then.
Yeah.
It's like, what did she know?
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the Delta Star 7 podcast, Harold. We shall see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
In a bit.
Get me a socks, Harold.
Harold.